All right, here's like about 10 more of them here, and they're all just about done. They're getting detached and getting themselves all situated and dried, and their first few breaths and figuring out how their legs work. We've already taken out, 5 or 6 of them that have already dried up. They're in a warm spot, wrapped up in a towel right now, sleeping and getting their rest. But yuckier than, say, chickens when you look at, the eggs and the stuff that's left behind. It's a little dirtier, yuckier. But yeah, they are tight in those eggs for sure. You can see this one here is still working a little bit. Might have to help it a little more, just giving it some time. And this one here is just about out. These guys, these 3, you can see the yellow one here on the left there, and the blackish one here, and then that one there just finishing pushing herself out. An hour or 2 will probably detach itself from the egg, and hopefully it'll dry itself up a little bit in here. Let's use the top. These cheap ones you get at Runnings, they work good for certain situations, but they're just so cheap that these warp and change and don't seal well, to where I tape them down so that way the air inside stays more consistent, because they are so inconsistent. If you are using like a cheapy style incubator and trying to incubate, the incubator itself could be your problem if you're running into any type of problems. We've learned over the years just to utilize these as like little drying stations. You're better off if you're serious about the chicks, and you're gonna do a lot of breeding or a lot of hatching. Spend the $1,000. You'll spend that. These things are a couple $100 all set up, probably with the egg turners and stuff and everything, the whole 9 yards, $150, $200. So I mean, you'll go through a couple of these and be disappointed, and by that time you could have just bought the good one, right? But these were good for this situation here, having a nice warm spot that's moving air around for them to help dry them and just keep them nice and warm. 100 degrees. It's probably right around 100 degrees. You probably want to keep these guys right now. But there they are. Another quick little view and update. There, we'll go look at the 5 or 6 that pulled out already. Just a second. All right, here we are. Let's check them out. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. How we doing? How's everybody doing? Yeah. How's everybody doing? There we go. Yeah, now you can see. Yes. All right. Keep you guys covered up nice and warm, okay? Okay, sillies. Little silly butts. All right. Make sure they stay nice and warm and wrapped up, and whoops, can't fall out. And they go inside of another box with a warmer and stuff. But all right, well, there they are. Another quick little update. They're doing really good. Southern VT out. Much love. Peace.